How are you doing, darlings? I'm laying out in the hot heat in a cool room. You may hear the fan blowing in the background because it's too hot to not have it on, darlings. Now I'm going to take you to heaven. Yes, I am. I'm going to be using, I haven't used this for a while, the amethyst face mask that's going to completely amplify my third eye and take me straight up to the realms. And let's see what we've got for humankind and for the tribe, shall we? How exciting. So I shall see you on the other side. Let's just make sure you can see me. Yes, you can. Let's just bring you down a bit. Not that I like bringing you down, darlings. There we go. So let's have a little look and see what heaven, the Crystal Palace, guides, ascended masters, angels have got for us this time round. This is so cool on your face and your eyes, like cucumber. This is interesting. Wow, okay. So it's projecting a lot of movie images in my actual eyes, if that makes sense. Third eye and eyes. I can see images in my eyelids. So I'm in this room. I'm watching myself walk out through the French doors. There's lots of orbs flashing in my eyelids. That's interesting. I'm grounding. So I'm standing in the front garden now. And I've got all these shoots coming up from the ground, furling around my feet, obviously holding my physical energy to Mother Gaia. I feel that also this imagery is showing me, oh, I've got all these gold orbs in my eyelids. Wow, this is incredible. I feel like this is also a message to remind you to ground. If you can get bare feet on the ground as much as you can, which is quite easy in this sort of environment in the UK and anywhere else that's got nice weather. If not, obviously you can use grounding materials that are exceptional in helping you to ground yourself. You know, it's a really good way of protecting your pineal gland. It's a really good way of protecting yourself from all the radicals that are imposed upon us in all directions. So there's a reminder for you to make sure you ground yourself more regularly, and be aware of connecting with Mother Earth. The Schumann resonance is acting rather weirdly at the moment. Sometimes it's spiking, sometimes it's leveling out, sometimes it's disappearing. It did for a few days. So be mindful of that. If you are particularly stressed, I think I've got Julianus with me. I can't physically see him, but I feel that essence of him. If you're particularly stressed or going through a lot of 3D energy at the moment, then think of grounding stones like black tourmaline's great as well, isn't it, for protecting you from EMF and radicals around you. But any black stones, onyx, jet, hematite, help you focus and ground you to where you need to be. If there's anything you're, expressly worried about, stressing about, something that you can't change at the moment, that you just have to endure. There's a saying that I always think to myself is that you have to go through it to get out the other side. And so sometimes we have to assist ourselves in going through it. in any best way we can by having the right people around us, you know, the right crystals, the right mental attitude, the right environment, which we covered last time in one of the other videos. So it's important for you to manifest around you that adequate sanctuary energy in everything you do as best you can, because it can get tough out there, you know. And when we get overwhelmed by 3D things, that is when we start to possibly go down a rabbit hole of getting bogged down or depressed, or we just want to give up. This is interesting. This is really interesting. With this amethyst on, I'm getting like a massive bubble of purple, and then it's going, then it's coming up again, it's pulsating, big purple light, which is incredible. Loving that. So I'm now walking out of my physical body, which has stayed grounded to Gaia, so that's good. And I'm walking into a tree, of all things. My soul is kind of walking into a tree. I'm becoming its limbs, its foundation, its roots. And again, you know, I've said this before in another video many moons ago about the tree analogy, that trees are here for thousands of years. They have adequate roots for them to flourish. They have a strong trunk to endure anything that comes at them. They represent nature and Gaia by realizing that winter they need to shed everything that's no longer needed, ready to create new growth for the new year, the rebirth that Mother Gaia teaches everybody but us to perfection. But us, because we have an ego and because we don't listen to and adhere to the seasons, kind of get it a bit wrong now and then. Opening your branches up to the sun, to the elements, respecting the elements are there to feed us. And that's how we grow. We sway, we've got movement to move when there's storms. And you know how trees are. Have you ever seen trees where they kind of like get pushed over in a windstorm or something, but then they just start creating roots and regrow again, even though they're like knocked down on the floor? Miley's in the room, by the way, so she's been sleeping and now she decides to get up and start shaking herself and doing whatever she's doing. And snorting. Okay, so they've created a portal within the tree energy for me to walk through. This is beautiful. There's lots of children here. I'm looking at a huge, like, crystalline lake. There's woodland and trees to my left. Very, very Gaia inspired this is. I'm seeing children playing in the water. There's no adults about. What's this about? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. My whole eyelids have turned completely purple. And now, part of this, I know why. I did attribute it to the mask, which is no doubt that's working with the third eye. But I'm standing before Zadkiel, who again works on this beautiful violet-y ray. Violet purple ray that I see him as. Whew, I haven't connected with him for a very, very long time. Wow. His imagery today is very fatherly. He's bearded. I've got a feeling this is to do with childhood. Let's have a look. So I'm going to repeat what he's saying to me. The reason I've brought you to this layer of consciousness and understanding is for something that we have been monitoring throughout the vibration and consciousness of humankind. The reason why I show you infants playing with no worries, fears or doubts is because I wish to address your nations on their childhood and the innocence of youth. One of the things that we have identified as part of your ascension in these wonderful times is some or many are anchored by childhood memories and your word, which will be versed as trauma. If you look around you, you will see childlike innocence, curiosity, happiness, joy. You will see these infants playing with each other in a sense of community, with no judgment, no prejudice, as they enjoy Mother Gaia's bounty. They play in the water, they integrate, and they have no fear or worry of what is to come, what is transpiring in the now, and what has transpired in the past. This is something that we wish to bring to your attention. For many, the ascension could potentially be slower because of you holding on to those elements, either subconsciously, consciously, or have particular psyche wounding from elements of your childhood. We therefore ask for you to investigate if there is anything that could potentially hold back your energy during this time of expansion and growth. Sit with yourselves and scribe, or sit with someone who is a professional that could counsel you, or sit with a mentor who can help you investigate anything that you need to address that is being holding on to your shadow self from your childhood. As so many learned minds have discovered, your most impressive years, or the most impressions you gain that will nurture your future paths, are gained from childhood. So if you were not nurtured by a mother, father, or there are certain abusive or negative elements to your childhood, if these remain unchecked, they can pull you back for your present and future. There should be no fear in investigating moments that took place that were perhaps derogatory in your past. They are not to be hidden, they are not to be cached, they are to be explored, embraced, and honoured for what took place. Some of these would have been against your soul contracts agreed with your advisors, your spiritual guides, and through the scribing of Metatron. Some of them would have been choices you wish to make to enhance your soul's energy, understanding, experience. Rather than overanalyze how, why, and when, you must look into all aspects of your childhood that you remember to see if they feed you and if they have brought important strength to who you are now today. If there are certain times of your life during your childhood, let's perhaps look at your Gregorian year 1 to 7. Perhaps look at what transpired, of what you can remember, and see if any of this is still held within you. What emotions do you feel in the present when you take yourself back to these past experiences? If they are negative, this means that they must be addressed. As you know, I am the representative of the representative of mercy, forgiveness, grace. I'm here to help you embrace all that's taken place during your vulnerable years and to help you forgive yourself or others. One of the most hardest things to do in the ego state whilst on the 3D plane of your earth status is to forgive those that have created hurt, pain, and any other negative aspects. To forgive them is an exceptionally hard thing to do. And if you cannot create that forgiveness within your heart, then please make efforts to remove your emotional reaction to what transpired during these informative years. Also, when we look from Gregorian year 7 to 15, again, look at all of the aspects of your life. If you find that everything in your life during these times was positive, supportive, loving and safe, then you have peace. You will not have anchors that hold you back, that can influence your decision making and the way that you present to the rest of the world. If there are definite parts of your life which you do not choose to go back to, these are the ones that you need to go and address. You are not digging up pain. You are not digging up trauma. You are not reliving. You are clearing. The main consciousness levels of expectancy are that we shall create all of the healing, that we shall create all of the peace, and we shall create everything moving forward to a utopian future. However, we ask that you do place some labour into you finding your peace and raising your vibration to the layers that are being brought to you through each astrological change. Forgiving yourself potentially is one of also the most hardest challenges to take on. The reason being is that perhaps you've now been placed in a victim or defeatist mode that makes you feel like you were responsible for things that went wrong in your past. I'm asking for you to write out, talk out, address everything that has brought you pain in your past, so that you can allow yourself to bathe in the childlike energy that I'm showing Nicola now. Happiness, joy, complete feeling of freedom and peace as you traverse your life on earth is what we are aiming for. It helps to allow you to be more conducive to the vibrations that are permanently coming into your atmosphere to help raise the vibration. Nicola informed you of Atlantis coming in. The old ancient rites are being brought to the fore along with your dragon energy. There are many ancient implements that are being brought to you on the planet to assist in you finding your peace. The stronger the collective are that are open to these energies and open to move, shape and heal their pasts will be the ones that will heal the whole of the planet in future times. Their strength, as why I showed you the element of the tree, once implemented, will bring down a lot of the shadows of this earth. If you are having problems with accepting forgiveness for yourself or others, then I implore you to ask for me to come and assist you. I will show one of my signs to you to affirm my presence in your life. I will bring inspiration, ideas, thought processes that will assist you in healing your past. Forgiveness is rarely done in this day and age, for we allow ourselves to embrace the anger or the injustice of what has had misfortune to come upon us. However, by reaching a higher level to those that have created issues against you is the way forward. You will flow easier, you will have far more productive and positive influence around you. What I'm trying to say is that you will attract far more positive environments through leaving your dark shadows behind than you will carrying them. None of you have gone through life unscathed. However, the solution to this is to investigate, embrace and honour whatever has transpired and to leave it behind where it belongs, so that your ego can no longer feast upon either the atrocities, the unfairness, the injustice, for this just further flames negative energy held within you, which alike then sends it out to the universe, and this is how we attract more negative issues, people, situations. We perhaps would call it, in your words, a repeated amount of bad luck. You are all beautiful angels of the light. You are all connected to every source of intelligent sentience in our celestial realms. You have forgotten how important and special and what light you shine upon the whole of the universe. The light cannot shine if it is trying to get through the darknesses that are sitting within you. Sometimes when I gauge the energy of the collective and others on the earth plane, if I was human, I would say that I would feel quite sad. For a lot of you live your lives reflecting on how you were treated or spoken to, as opposed to operating in your own full strength and grace. Scars, whether mental or physical, are markers of your bravery, your beauty, your strength. Nobody should shy away from their previous scars. They are a notch of energy that have brought you nothing but strength and a further will to survive in the 3D element. If it helps you to connect with me, please envisage this beautiful lake that I've created in imagery. Create a visualization of children running and playing, safe, happy, completely free in their emotions and their behaviour and their interactions, and this will help bring me to you. For those that perhaps have experienced my presence, or for those that do need to invoke me or need help in dealing with past inconveniences, I show you the daisy. This is an imagery I have created that you will find in a synchronistic way on your earth, in your life, to know that I have reached you. If any of you shall see or experience an image of this daisy, then you know that I have come into your life or are waiting to be invoked. If you cannot create the visualization of this wonderous pool where these infants play, And I will say now that many of these infants are ones that have passed up to the reality layer, who play in this beautiful environment. Something weird has just happened, everybody. I need to just, Zadkiel, may I just step from your presence? I need to check something on the earth plane. Please keep my energy there. I am able to come back down. The doors have just opened themselves. Zadkiel, please stand by me whilst I just interact on the earth plane. The doors have just opened themselves. Perhaps it's his way of showing that he's opened the doors to you and wishes to help you. Let me just move this round. Look. That's impossible. The doors have just opened themselves. Did you hear it click? Shut the front door. No, open the front door. That is incredible. I just had to show you that. Oh my Gabriel, that is just... He's opened the doors. They were properly shut. That's impossible. There's not even like a massive wind that could rattle them open. They're too solid patio doors that were shut. Hang on. Okay, I'm back up now. Interestingly, Zadkiel looks younger and youthful, and the beard's gone. And he's smiling. I think he just opened my doors up in this room. And he's smiling, and I think he's like almost acknowledging we did that. That's insane. I hope you hear it on the video, because I heard them click and open, like sort of in the peripheral, and then I started hearing like outside sounds. I'm like, what's all that about? So I'm going to leave them open. He obviously wants them open for some reason, I don't know, or just to show you, to prove that they can physically bring about whatever they want. I think this is the thing, right, is that lots of people limit themselves to what the angel realms, the spirit world are capable of. You know, they are two solid French UPVC, whatever you call it, doors that were shut firmly. So you have to literally pull the handles down to pull them out. There is absolutely no way. I don't even know if a strong windstorm will be able to open them. It's just crazy. Love it. Thank you very much, Zadkiel, for creating that energy space to open the doors. And I feel like this was completely in tune with what he was saying. You can hear his seagulls and everything now. I'll see how it goes, and if it's too noisy, I'll go and shut them again. But it's just a brilliant bit of evidence to show that they can manipulate and move anything on this earth plane that they wish. In gentle nature, you know, they can't get involved in free will, and they can't manifest and manipulate too much, but that is just beautiful. Okay, so while I've been talking to you, I've been standing with Zadkiel. This is bloody brilliant, this is. God, well done to our little villagers that make them sit there. These must take hours to make for just one person. God bless them. But that, what a... I'm going to stop putting on for beauty as well, see if it makes any difference. Anyway, that's interesting. So he's also, he's taken me further along this stunning lake. All these beautiful children are. These are all spirit children. They're all children that are playing together, that have obviously gone up very young or even as babies. I've just had a massive shadow go across me then. I'm not going to open my eyes out. Someone just touched my leg as well. Hello, darling. Darling little boy. He's, I'm rubbish at guessing children's ages. How old are you, baby? He's about 18 months old, coming up for 2. He's got blonde hair and the most gorgeous brown eyes. Cutest little face. Just touched my leg. Hello, darling. What do you want? Take me back up to where you are, and then we can talk up there, darling. I don't know if there's a photograph of him, but there's like chocolate. He's just showing me chocolate all around his mouth, and chocolate down his darling little t-shirt. I think it might be a pale yellowy colour or something. So there's a photograph of him like that. He's just covered in this chocolate. He must be sitting in his high chair or something like that, but he's like covered. He's such a little cutie. Yeah, you can see little teeth coming through there, so he's definitely a toddler when he passed. God bless him. I don't know if he's Daniel. Thing is, that was the name of my spirit boy, but this isn't my spirit boy that used to come to me in my old house. Could be a name of someone that's down here that connects with him. It's a Barnaby, but B. It's a B name as well. And don't worry about the names, just tell me, show me. It's easy if you show me, I can see a lot. This looks like meningitis or something, or a virus that attacked the brain cells or the stem cells, something like that. Oh, I love his heart. Yeah, I think it's like a fever, meningitis, something like that that took him over. God bless him. I think he's shown me 2 girls. I don't know if he's got 2 sisters or not. Mary, M. Could be his mum's name, M, but if I'm going to the US with this, I'm not sure. But he's one of the children that's playing in the lake with the other children, really happy. Now, when they are in spirit form, even if they're like just waddling about here on the earth plane, they haven't got a physical body, so they can run and play no matter how old they are. You know, they can create that thought and create that reality just like we can down here. And so he's very, very happy, very well. There's an older lady, quite a slim face with, looks like pale blue eyes. She had like white pepper grey hair. I think that's his nana. Yeah, she's slim to medium build lady, very bustly, very busy, very proud of her home. He's with Nana a lot. And he's giggling. There's this dog up there as well. It's black. I don't know if it's a terrier, quite a small dog. Black hair. And he giggles when he plays with the dog. He's darling. Darling boy. Very happy, very well. Always visiting you. Always moving things that belong to you. Earrings, brushes, footsteps, tapping, brushing past your leg, touching your leg like you did mine. Oh, is that why you did it? Okay, darling. Touching your leg. You'll feel something on your leg and you think it's like a fly or something, and it's not.
Nicky Alan leading the way.
He just wanted to say hello. Please let me know if this is your boy. I can see him so clearly with this on. I wish I could see him clearly before, I don't know, but this is just all purple and really strong. But let me know if this is your little boy, and if I see a photo of him, I'll know it's him. I can see him so clearly. He's chubby cheeks. He's all on and grab him cheeks. He's just a giggly, laughy, very, very happy little boy. He was down here as well. Real happy, cheeky, funny, lovely little man. His eyes gone a bit blue now, though. It's really hard sometimes with eyes with kids. Unless they went that dark brown because he had something wrong with his eyes. Don't know. Just we'll leave it there. Please let me know if this is your little boy, because he wants to let you know he's very well and he's always with you. Always. I wonder if it's a significant date or a reason for him coming this time, because there are hundreds of kids there and he's managed to get through to, you know, me out of all of them to say, send a message home. So as we go on, oh, is that what you, okay, darling. So as we go on along this lake, there's the Rainbow Bridge Prism. So this is where all the animals are. And Zadkiel has shown me this because even your first pet that died, if you were a child, that is still a trauma. There are, what he's trying to show me, I believe, is that even things that we say, oh, this happened, that happened, there's still a tiny little trauma that our body remembers. So if there is anything like that, feel it, embrace it, get a photo up of that dog, cat, fish, whatever it was, and honour it. Just honour it. This is about honour, forgiveness, self-love again, by doing this, by letting go of what creates an anchor for you moving forward in your life, or how you act in relationships, how you react in relationships, how you react to negative people, how you react to triggers. Okay? There seems to be a running theme here with contact with the angel realms and the Crystal Palace Heaven, because there's a lot of need for self-reflection on different levels and layers. This is all things that you know, people say, how do you ascend? How do you go to the 5D? How do you do this? How do you do that? How do you raise your consciousness? They're telling you this is what you need to be doing. And I'm sure that Zadkiel said earlier that he was talking about, oh God, what was it again? It's really hard to go in my mind when I'm up there. Yes, I think he said something like, it's not just going to magic its way in. You've got to do a bit of work. Do you know what I mean? You've got to do a bit of work to get yourself into that most pristine energy that you can continually accept all the layers of consciousness and all the layers, like we've got Atlantis, dragon energy, Christ consciousness. All of these different energies are going to come in to like upgrade us, and so we need to be ready to receive them. So this is the advice they're giving you to work on. And work is perhaps a bit of a laborious word, pardon the puns, I've used labour in that as well. It's not work, it's all self-love. It's all about you being the best version of yourself, to negotiate everything. Look at what I've been through. For all of those that have been with me for years, the stuff I've gone through, but I get through it. I get through it because they've given me the tools when I was, you know, fit since a kid, but predominantly during that period of time when I was in bed. And they've given me the tools, and I know what I need to do, and I know what I haven't done when something becomes a problem. If I go downhill, you know, sometimes it is just because of the conditions of my body. But sometimes I look and think, what haven't I done? Why am I feeling like this? And I think, oh, yeah, and then I go and do it. There is nothing wrong with creating a little routine in your life where you give yourself some time for reflection, for growth, for looking. This is a very valid connection today with Zadkiel. Look at what has hurt you. Who hurt you? How they hurt you? Because we tend to say, no, I'm not dealing with that. It's done. What's done is done. I'm not dealing with that. But you know what? It's still sitting there. Get it up, get it out. Done. You make it less of a thing by looking at it. The more we hide away from things, the more we try and keep things in the darkness. That takes more energy than just getting it out and looking at it for what it is. Because it grows, it festers. It manifests into something stronger over each year. Where it can come to the point of depression, futility, lack of self-belief, lack of motivation, all sorts of negative traits that could hit us due to a tiny little trauma that we've chosen to carry for years and years and years. Now, interestingly, Zadkiel has also brought up some of my previous transmissions, if you like, and he's telling me that I brought up about the next solar eclipse. Don't remember that at all, but it's there somewhere. Perhaps some of you might know. Let me know. And that is one of the pivotal changes of another upgrade, if you like, to the raising of consciousness. So that's a pivotal time where there'll be a lot of positive change and another surge of celestial energy hitting the planet at that point on our Gregorian calendar. The point of the next solar eclipse will bring us strength, more knowledge, and more clarity. That's good. Still can't get over the doors opening, sorry. I don't know why. I've seen some shit in my life, I'll tell you that nobody would believe unless I recorded it. But I've seen some really, really impressive stuff. And you've seen a lot of it on the videos. Do you remember when that hummingbird flew across when I was talking with Jeff Mara? Anyway, that's pretty impressive because it's 2 doors that need to be opened at the same time. And they were shut firm. That is just impossible. I'm loving it. Okay. Let's get back into the energy and see what's going on. Yeah, he's still showing me, he's showing me like planetary alignments, what's going on in the earth. Still, I know that the energy is different because we're in fire and air at some point. Someone just said that. But physically, we will continue with fire and water. So that means to me that there's still going to be a lot of fire, explosive energy that we've already spoken of, and floods in unusual places. So again, I have to reiterate, it's not, oh my goodness, it's we're clearing, we're changing, we're shifting, we're realigning, okay? I don't believe this. He's just walked me into this huge, vast meadow that is undulating down. And there's a long path. and Jesus has just appeared. Go with it, Nick, go with it. Okay, I need to just... He's taken my hand and we're walking down the slope. Why is it that when we walk down any slope, metaphorically, physically, we never think of this as it's easy? Perhaps when we walk down a slope and this beautiful landscape that I place before you, you can admire the view, and you think nothing of taking one step after the other, because it's with ease you are stepping down that slope. So may I ask, why is it that if you see that slope then start to mount upwards, you start to fail to see the strength in those strides? You look at the top of that slope, that mountain, that hill, metaphorically, and this is when your mind starts to tell you that it will be nothing but struggle. Each laborious step. Each heavy step, rising, 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 is potentially going to create tiredness, lethargy. What I'm trying to put across is that every time we are faced with something we need to make a climb on, we need to endure an obstacle we need to get over, we tell ourselves right from the start that this is going to be a tough task. And yet when we hit that summit and start to walk downwards, we think of nothing but joy. So I ask you, when you next believe you have a climb in your life, whether mentally, physically, spiritually, adopt the same energy as you would walking down the other side of that obstacle. Walk with ease, face it head on with strength. Do not allow yourself to fall down just because you are climbing towards some difficult obstacle, challenge, problem, situation. For at some point, all of these summits that you conquer, there will be a flat line, a plateau, where you can walk with ease. And this is where you look back to that previous summit. It wasn't the walking down thing that you had to concentrate on. It was how well and how beautifully you took yourself on the way up. I hope this vision, what I'm trying to relay, is clear to you all. Every single challenge, difficulty, and problem that you face, place your energy in walking down that hill rather than how much effort it's going to take to walk up it May I also add to this point that sometimes in our lives we create a mountain and believe that we have to traverse it, we have to climb, reach the summit and then go down, down, down. Make a choice. Is it something that you can make a decision on that allows you to walk around it rather than over it? Is it really necessary to take on this obstacle? Some of us remain obstinate, stubborn to what is really needed. This falls in line with my brother Zadkiel. Are you doing this out of ego? Are you taking on something out of anger or wanting to get back at your neighbour? And I would suppose that neighbour in your vocabulary would represent those that share abodes next to you. I refer to your neighbour as your friend, your family member, your work colleagues, your acquaintances. Beware of what actions you will take over certain circumstances. If they are for the greater good, then climb courageously to overcome that obstacle. If you are doing it for the non-greater good, merely to prove a point, then you will exhaust yourself walking up that mountain. Sometimes it is easier to forgive, to let go, and not create any action which will create your next hurdle. Forgiveness is key to your freedom. Forgiveness is key to your growth. And forgiveness can sometimes stop you from taking the wrong turns through ego, making your energy, life, thought processes, loved ones around you worse in the circumstance. Let go of the anger, let go of the injustice, let go of what should and shouldn't be. For are you not open to the laws of karma? Are you not open to the laws of the universe? And if you are not, question yourself as to why you are not. There is more strength to be said in being meek than there is in being bold. Choose your battles wisely. Make your decisions wisely. Choose who you wish to take on wisely. Choose who you wish to let go of wisely. It's the natural law of the universe that if you continue to walk forward with strength, bravery, courage, the valleys will always lead to a water source. Water is all of us. Water is our consciousness. Water is our conduit to the divine and to the speakers of old, including me. What I'm trying to explain is, no matter what ravines, hills, valleys you may traverse, there will always be an oasis between, bringing you back to your normality, bringing you back to balance, bringing you back to yourself. Embrace these oasis moments just as much as you would the times where things feel arduous. The water again is another analogy for calm, a state of well-being, a state of clarity. I would always make these teachings known to those who are in rage, fear, tyranny, sadness, bereavement, loss of purpose. You will always be provided an oasis. Do not take them for granted. The oasis can come in the shape and form of circumstance, persons in your life, fortuitous events that help you whilst you negotiate your time on the earth. They can be physical oasis where you may wish to bathe in the water and go to your favourite places. Embrace those times where you can relax and feel the beauty of what surrounds you. An oasis can be the flight of a butterfly, the sleight of colour passing you by, and the earth's atmosphere. Your oasis can be a smile from a stranger. Your oasis can be you giving to someone who needs you or needs help. The oasis can be a hand holding on to a child looking up with you lovingly. Find your oasis in these times. Embrace them, absorb them, keep them in your mind and energy. When the times get arduous again. For you must remember that every obstacle and challenge that comes to you, whether written by us from the celestial realms, or you have created in your own adversities, they are just meant to be, and they will pass you by. They are always temporary. You will always pass them and reach your next oasis. This is how you need to look upon this. Find my consciousness surrounding you. In your physical eyes you may see a flickering type of energy. This is my consciousness entering the atmosphere. Speak with me also. Speak with who you feel safe with. Speak with who you reconnect with. Speak with those that you have a conscious connection with. We are always here to answer you. And though it may not be through a physical, man-made voice, we will bring you inspiration. We will reach you in your dream state. We will provide inspiration. We will provide you thoughts quicker than you can blink that will take you to your next destination with success, joy, and abundance. Open your heart and mind to the divine. Never ever believe you are not worthy of our communication, for we are here endlessly and have been for millennia, open to bringing you communication and guidance. And whilst it's been exceptionally difficult, the consciousnesses, the energy, and the ancient wisdom that is being brought to you now will help your communication. It will signify an ease of clarification, and we will be but a whisper away from helping you in your next endeavours. All the vessels, the portal mediums that stand upon this planet, we inspire them, we speak through them. The word has become so much easier. Listen to what they have to say. Take on the lessons that we impart through them. Take on the various things that you need to do to help encourage the raising of your beliefs, your faith and your consciousness. Find your temples of faith. Find your spirituality. Find your place and thrive. And as we go back to that visualization of the tree, the roots are firm in the right ground. They grow and flourish in the right soil. And they know they deserve the sunlight, the fresh air and the elements. They know that sometimes they have to die to be reborn. Think of the tree. Write about the tree. See how the tree lives for thousands and thousands of years, and adopt the tree analogy into your life. For if your roots are strong, your trunk being impenetrable, and you being open to the divine and the beauty that brings itself to that tree, you'll do nothing but flourish and grow. It has been a while since I addressed you all, but it has not been a while that I haven't been in your thoughts and consciousness. I rise my energy along with the other ancient wisdom energies to bring my mercy, benevolence, and also sometimes my pity and shame on what has been taking place on my beautiful planet. And I stand with Zadkiel and ask for you to bring the element of forgiveness into your hearts, minds and souls, for it is one of the most strongest, formidable ways of being, only second to love itself. I wish you farewell and blessings and healing of the utmost as I allow this vessel to now retire into our own environment. And I must say I will look forward to addressing you again. As I stand here in this beautiful energy, I ask for you to open your energy up yourselves, for everyone on that planet can have access to the beauty that we behold. And so it is. I've had to edit that bit because that took me a while to come back down from that. You don't want to sit here watching me. Wow, that was outrageously brilliant. It took me a good 10 minutes to get back from that. An hour. They always know. Shut the front door, but they opened the front doors. Can you believe that? I really hope, I didn't want to disturb it too much. I really hope that the seagulls aren't too loud, darlings. Let me know if you know that little boy. He was such a little darling. Oh my Gabriel, it was just, oh, so sweet. Wow, I love doing these. I bloody love it. Zadkiel, I haven't spoken to him for ages. Jesus was a while ago, wasn't it? I always worry because I think, oh, it's Jesus. I don't know why. See, that's my ego, thinking people are judging me, and I really don't give a flying panty pant. So, darlings, take on bold. Get your, it's not worth saying this bit, I should have said it at the beginning. Get your pads ready. Get your writing tools ready, because I think there's a lot there that you need to write down. I'm going to have cup herbal tea, and I'm going to speak to you later. I really hope you enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments below. Love you all. Spoke to you. Speak to you soon.